Welcome to the Imperial Newsstand. I'm Alan Imperial, and in today's video for March 18th, 2020, I'm going to be talking about the closing of the non-essential travel to and from Canada. Here is Vice President Pence.
The President, as you all are aware, also announced today that by mutual consent, the northern border to Canada will be closed to non-essential travel. This does not include essential travel or the transit of goods, but it was through mutual discussion that.
So that's what Vice President Pence had to say. President Trump and the Prime Minister Trudeau talked and came to this agreement. Now, something that's really important to talk about is not the Canada US border, because that has been taken care of, and that's a good thing. But this is from the Daily Mail. Mexico is considering closing its border to stop Americans bringing coronavirus into its country as US case passes 2,000. This was written on the 13th, so almost a week ago, and Mexico wanted to contain us because they had no reported deaths, and that's a good thing. But what happened 5 days later in Mexico? Mexico under international criticism for coronavirus response. This is by Rafael Bernal. And international observers and opposition leaders are warning that Mexico's government is failing to take the corona crisis seriously, risking a major eruption just as the rest of the world takes drastic steps to recover. The country's hands off approach has already sparked tensions with El Salvador, whose president blocked a flight Monday from Mexico City to San Salvador, citing subpar sanitation safeguards in Mexico. Now, hands off approach is a terrible way to deal with this virus. Normally, I would say, hey, let Mexico do whatever they want because they're an independent country, but we have to follow the guidelines of the WHO to stand any chance, the World Health Organization, to contain this and make sure that we don't have unnecessary suffering. And hands-off approaches is terrible because this is from CBS Local News, Channel 2. Uh, this is from late last night, March 17th. And here it's a coronavirus update. Curfews, closures put in place as confirmed cases in New Jersey grows to 267. Uh, they're talking about the deaths, but this is what I want to talk about. Governor Phil Murphy made it clear that the state's new social distancing and curfew directives must be followed if the outbreak is to be stopped. He said there are 89 new positive cases, bringing the state's total to 267, including the 3 confirmed deaths. Wow. Mm. Sorry, I just that's tragic. We have an 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. basically curfew where nobody in the state of New Jersey is allowed to go out. Uh, Deliveries are made if you're a food service, but that's about it. Uh, Now, granted, people aren't being arrested for this yet, but it's a curfew that is being enforced by like closing bars, closing places, so you just can't hang out, and and that's a good thing to do to contain the coronavirus. But Mexico has a hands-off approach. El Salvador, who I would assume knows more about the politics than me, uh, canceled a flight because they felt that Mexico wasn't doing a good enough job to contain this virus. So I say we should stop Americans from going into Mexico, and we should stop Mexicans from coming into America. We should close the border for non-essential travel, just like we did with Canada, because this isn't about anything else but uh, an all-out war against COVID-19. And so I guess that's the last border to close, because once you close down Europe, you close down Canada and now Mexico. Uh, what's left? Africa, the continent, and Asia. Oh wow, would we have to come to those things? I don't know. I was just thinking out loud, but but at least with our neighbors to our south, maybe we should close the border. This is Alan Imperial signing off.